幸亏怎么说？幸亏幸好。
表达这个你想说什么呢？
就是幸亏今天形象还不错，化了个妆什么的，不然幸亏
怎么表达
？Michael，你知道幸亏？问问艾丽幸亏的。
Luckily, fortunately, 是吧
Come on, let's go, Ali. I want to start. Go, 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 go ahead.
Michael，我有句子想跟你写。
Yo, right now we speak English, starting right now until 3 o'clock, right? 3:30?
My eyesight is not so well, so please write a big letter.
Okay, alright, very big letters. Very good. Let's go to 3:30, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the first session of our training. Judy, come on, let's go.
Teaching English at 4
Yes, definitely. I think that you live the closest to the school out of everybody, right? You live the closest to the school out of everybody, yeah? Why are you always late?
因为我慢呗。
You busy?
No turtle.
You're a turtle? You're slow? So, can you like set your clock maybe 10 minutes before? And then maybe you can be on time for things? Would that be possible? Alright, look. Again, the thing with time, right, is that I really want to start all these things on time. You know, whenever you guys ask me to do something, I'm going to do it. You know, if I ask you to be here at 2 o'clock, the meeting's going to start, the training's going to start at 2 o'clock, I want it to start at 2 o'clock, right? Let's start getting into a rhythm here. No, you guys came in early, most of you, right? But let's get this going. Alright, look, I made folders for everybody. This is so you can keep. I'm going to start giving out handouts during all the training sessions, and you can keep it inside these folders, so there's no way that you can lose it. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You don't need to look through it right now, but this is all the stuff that we're going to go. Alright, so we already kind of did one of these training sessions before with me, Judy, Ali, and Frida. I tried to switch it up a little bit from what we did last time, but I still think I need to go over some things maybe we did last time because it's important for the new people, okay? So just bear with me. I changed it up as much as I could, right, to make it interesting. So these training sessions are going to be hands-on training sessions, right? I don't want to sit up here and lecture to you guys like I'm some kind of professor. I think what is a good example of that is kind of what you guys did yesterday with Kitty. You guys did teaching. You did your own demo classes, pretty much. How did that go yesterday? Pretty well, right? Alright, so, you know, my focus right now is to give you guys an idea of how to go after a lesson plan, right? How to set up a full lesson plan for a full class. The things I say today, maybe you're confused about it, maybe you need a little bit more of an explanation. At any time, I want you to ask me a question. Don't just sit there and say, okay. If you don't understand something, it's okay, we'll slow it down a little bit and go over what everything is. Also, this specifically pertains to Margaret, Ali, and Judy. I want you guys to talk, right? I want to use your experience as well to help everybody here, okay? So don't be afraid to say what your opinion is. If what I'm saying you maybe disagree with a little bit, that's okay. That's what training sessions are about. I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. Alright, so we're going to start off with a little team building exercise before we get things going. You guys did this before. This is what we did with in summer camp. This is called a tangram. basically a tangram. You take shapes and you make it into a certain picture. What is this?
House.
It's a house, right? Alright, so I just want you to take one of those. One of each. Just look. One. Just one. There you go. Take just one. Just one. Just one. Alright, good. There you go. Just take one. And you got that. You got one for everybody. One for the group. Yeah, you guys are a team. Alright, now, what I want you guys to do is work as a team to make this house. Whoa! No cheating. No cheating. No cheating. Wow. Alright, I want you guys to work as a group to make this shape, to make a house. Sounds very easy, yes? Does that sound easy? Yeah? But there's going to be there's a couple of rules to this, okay? Only one person can make the shapes, alright? This is a group of 3, so we'll have 2 people giving directions on how to make this shape, and one person is going to be the puzzle maker, okay? So, we're going to add a little twist to it. The person who is making the shapes has to wear a blindfold. So right now, who is going to be making the shape here? Is it going to be Ali, Judy, or Shirley? 3, 2, 1. Alright, we'll make it Judy. Judy, put on the blindfold. So now only Judy can touch these shapes. Only Judy can touch these shapes. Alright? Who's going to wear the blindfold here? Margaret, okay? Only Echo can touch these shapes. Only Echo can touch these shapes. Now, here is some more rules to this game right here. You cannot speak Chinese. If you speak Chinese, I'm going to add 15 seconds onto your time. 15 seconds onto your time. Do you understand? Whoever can complete this, I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. Whoever can complete this the fastest wins. Alright, so we'll do Team EM, Echo and Margaret, and Team AJS. Just to make it easy. Alright, ready?
I make the house.
You can't touch her hands. You can't touch her. All you can tell her is, yes, it's this one. Turn it around. Turn it to the left. Turn it to the right. All right. Again, speak English. Mark, can you see?
Huh? No?
You can't see? Judy, can you see? You sure? All right. Here we go. Ready? Steady. Go.
Okay, first.
Good.
We have 2 lines of these shapes. And the first line, this one is a big triangle, and this one is a big triangle, and it's a middle triangle. And that's like the first line. This is a small triangle, and it's
Square.
yeah, square, and the shape. No, the last one is like this.
Oh, I don't know. I got it. Okay.
Okay, and then we put this one, it's the big triangle. And no, put this one.
Whoa! Only Margaret can touch shapes. Only Margaret hears the shapes.
And then it's the same one with that one you touch. No, it's not here, it's not here. Okay, no. Right. This hand is right, but this hand is not right. You should peek. No, not this one. Not this one, not right. This one. Okay. The middle triangle. And you should put. Yes, and then down. Okay, right. And then. No.
Whoa, you can't touch it. Wait, which one? Take, you got her right hand and your left hand. Put your hands back here. Alright.
Your right hand.
Your right
triangle
hand.
is right.
Okay.
Move it to the left.
Move to the left.
Left. Yeah.
He's saying move this to the left.
Move this one
To the left.
To
Yeah.
the left.
To the left. Left.
Next
Left.
to that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Triangle.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And then you need a small one. The first line.
First line.
Yeah. Here. this one. And down, 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 down. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Right. Okay, here. And then another small one triangle. Left of your hand. Yes, yes. And you have to put in.
Where does that one go?
Down, down,
This
down.
one is straight.
Up.
It is.
You need
I don't
to
think it's right.
turn it.
This one
Yes.
to left. Okay.
Left.
Let's see if we can figure it out.
And close. A little bit of close. And up. Okay,
To the right.
and a little bit of
There you
close.
go. Good.
Yes, and turn right. Turn right.
Right.
Okay,
Move.
okay.
Move.
Right.
Move to the right. No,
And
you're right.
then your right hand,
Yeah.
this
Good.
No,
one,
turn around.
Good.
you put just
No,
right
put it
now, and
next
then
to.
Alright, you guys have 2 more minutes.
turn.
That's right. No, it's not right.
Okay. Remember, you have a right hand and you have a left hand. You don't know what to do with those things.
Put this triangle down. Pick it up.
No, I think we should finish it at the last. And you need a big one.
This one
The
is
second
right.
line, yes.
The left hand,
And
left
yes,
hand.
and put it on the table.
This one.
On the table.
Flash, and yes, this is
Yeah.
Oh, don't touch
It's
it.
the side back. It's the side back.
flash back.
Yeah, you
Turn
should
it over.
turn it.
Turn it over.
Turn it over.
No. The piece of the triangle. Turn. Yes.
Turn around.
This is called.
Stop.
And then
Stop.
up.
Okay.
Okay.
To the
And then
left, to the
turn left.
to the left. This
Left.
one is
Yes. And down.
No,
No more turn.
Yeah.
Down.
So wait, so how do you get this one in here?
Right.
Oh, maybe it is. Oh, no, I see it. I
Right.
see it now. It is right.
And up.
I see it. You
Right.
don't see it?
Right.
Look at the shape.
Yes.
Look at that shape right there.
Up.
no,
shape
it's
of me.
not
Okay,
right.
okay,
What
okay.
about the yellow one?
Okay.
Oh, the yellow one is that. Yes. Yes. Okay, you're right. You're
I
right.
think you need the first line.
First line.
Right. Okay, this one.
All right, you guys have
Move.
40 seconds.
Put your hand down. Put your hands down and touch the red.
Remember,
Yes.
the left hand, the right hand.
And
And turn
no,
right.
not this
Turn
one.
right.
No, not
Okay,
this one.
right.
Right. Yes, this one.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and down. A little bit.
Move it
Down.
to the left.
Well, that's fucking ugly right there. What?
Don't care
Up,
about
and then
Yes,
turn left.
left.
All right, 10 seconds.
No,
Oh,
touch
you
the
should turn left.
triangle under, yes, this one.
5, 4,
Turn left.
3,
Don't
2,
put it
1.
together.
Oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. Take the blindfolds off. Take the blindfolds off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. I don't think anybody came really that close to it.
I have one.
Well, I don't know if that one's good. I mean, I think it's supposed to be like that. Maybe like. I don't even
No,
know.
we're right. You see this one and this one.
Alright, so that's supposed to go like that.
It's close, it's close.
That's supposed to go like that. And that goes over here. And then this one goes like
No, you can't
Oh.
put it
upside down. It goes like that.
at,
And then that goes up there like that. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
How many
You guys
videos?
close. I know, this is what the problem we had last time. Alright, good. Good job, guys. Alright. Now, you know, what? Alright, so now, you know, part of what this exercise is trying to get us to work together, right? And that's what we have to do at this school, okay? The only way that we're going to be successful here is if we work together. We have to trust each other. Even if sometimes if what they say is wrong, you have to at least, you know, come with your own mind of why it's wrong, right? But this is another part where we trust each other and listen to each other. Alright, now, moving into this book. I think that Judy and Ali already have electronic copies of this book. I want to give it to Echo, Margaret, and Shirley. This is the book that we're going to be using for the rest of the term to do training. Okay? I'm not saying everything in this book is correct, but the person who wrote this book is very, very experienced. what I always say when you're doing teaching is you have to come with your own way, your own path, right? But you learn from other people, and then this helps make your path. This is Teaching English as a Foreign Language for Dummies. There's many different kinds of these books. They have like Learn Algebra for Dummies and all different ones. Dummies does not mean a stupid person, that you are a stupid person for reading this book. It just means it breaks it down to a very easy level to where you're able to understand it. Just to give you some background about the author, it's a female, her name's Michelle. She's been in this business since 1997. Alright, and now it's 2016, so that's a lot of experience for one person. She was a director of studies at the London EFL School. She's a member of the College of Teachers, so you can really value what this woman says about her work. Again, you take what she says about different things within the classroom, and then you put it into your own way. Come up with your own methods. Alright, now I'm going to move on to getting started. The first things about getting started is doing your lesson plan, getting ready to teach. Now, there's a saying that we used to use. I used to do sales when I was back in New York, right? And this is one of an acronym that we used to use. We used to have many acronyms, some of them a little bit crazy, but this was one that I can remember when I first started doing sales, and I think this also pertains to teaching English. What does that say? KISS. Right? Keep it super simple. Now, I want you to think about this when you're doing all of your lesson plans. Keep it super simple and then move your way up to making it more challenging for all your students. Basically, I want you to kiss every lesson plan that you do. Okay? But, there's many different ways. We actually used to call it keep it simple stupid. Right? But this is a more lighthearted way. This is another way you can say this acronym. But I hope it just makes sense to you. I want you to think about this acronym when you guys are doing your lesson plan, when you guys are teaching, because you keep it at the most simplest form, and then you move your way up. This way, there's no confusion with your students when you're doing your class. All right. So, what do you think? What ways? What do we do for when we're getting started with making a lesson plan? What's something that you do, Ellie? What's one of the first things you think about when you start to do a lesson plan?
Look at the new words and sentences.
Okay. So we got new words, and sentences, right?
Sentences and the dialogue.
Sentences, the dialogues. Good. What about you, Jenny? What do you think about? Yes, good. All right. Level of student. What about you, Margaret? When you used to do your lesson plans, what is something that you would think about before you started your plan?
For this class, what kind of stuff I'm going to teach the kids?
Okay. Class content, right? Class content. What are you going to teach? So we have 3 things right here. This is good advice. It's something you should think about every time that you start doing your lesson plan. Now, as I'm doing my lesson plan, I also think about problems. How things will work out. Potential problems. Is the activity that I have planned suitable for 8 students? Is it suitable for 4 students? How can I get everybody to speak as much as possible, right? That's one thing that I think about. Potential problems or ways to think about everybody is speaking, or get the maximum speaking time out of all of our students. In the book, it lists stuff like this. Start simple, right? Goes back to this, kiss it. Think about simple ways to get your point across and to teach it. I don't care if you're dealing with new concept English or it's Super Tots 1A. You start off simple and you work your way up. Now the thing is, we have a time constraint, right? With our classes, sometimes we only have 40 minutes to do the class. So it's a little bit difficult to keep it so simple. But if you start off in a simple way with any activity that you do, it'll save time in the end because the students will understand what you want them to do. We also have grade your speech. Grade your speech. Now, this grade, it doesn't mean, you know, A plus, B plus, C, D. It's not that kind of grade. It's more of starting off, we'll say that this is easy, and this is difficult. Alright? This is a grade right here. It's a grade. It's a natural incline to go up. Grade your speech. Focus on the course content. Right? Class content. What is it that I'm supposed to be teaching? I don't want to be teaching Super Kids 2 to a Super Kids 1 class. Now with that being said, sometimes there's ways where you can maybe mingle them. Right? So I can remember I'm doing Super Tots 2B and it's talking about weather. It's raining. Oh no. Well now I know. I think it's Super Kids 1 or Super Kids 2. It's windy. It's snowy. It's okay. Why not bring that into the class as well? It'll help you as you move forward. So think about it. We already have tons of material ready. We have flashcards. You could use that, a Super Kids 2 flashcard for Super Tots 2B class. You know, it doesn't hurt to get them used to that language already. You don't have to just stick with just because the book only goes over it's raining. You can teach them other things as well. Snowy, windy, stuff like that. Give students room to talk. What does this mean? Excuse me. What does this mean? Give students room to talk. Alright, so you allow the student to think of what they want to say. Now this is maybe a little bit of a problem I have with my own teaching, and I think it comes to the fact that some classes only have 35 minutes for, some classes only have 40 minutes for. So you try to keep the pace of the class going quickly. But from what I'm learning from myself as I'm trying to get better as a teacher is maybe to slow the pace down a little bit. Give the students a little bit more time to think about what they want to say. Give them room to talk to each other. You know, you can see that in an example of some of the classes that I teach now, how I'm getting the students to sit together, let them talk. In the beginning it is very frustrating because sometimes they don't pay attention, but maybe it's just because they're not in the habit of doing that exact activity that you want. But I promise you, if you are persistent and consistent with what you are doing, eventually it'll work out. I remember people saying, you know, Super Tots theme song, Super Tots 1A, they can't do it, it's impossible. They might not be perfect at it by the end, but they get it down. You know, it is difficult language for them, but they definitely get it down. So that just goes to show from doing something every class, they eventually get the habit of it and are able to do it. So the reason I say this is, say if you try a new activity, usually it doesn't work sometimes, right? It won't work out. But if you try it again, maybe in a different way, you go back, you think about the potential problems of the class, you think about how to grade your speech, think about how to make it a more simple activity for the students to understand, then it could happen. But you just got to get in the habit of doing that. So don't give up too quickly on an activity that doesn't work. Now there's some activities, you know, that just, no matter how hard you try, it doesn't work out. You know, I remember when I did the necklaces with the red and the blue dots on it, right? It was like, hey, you're the red one, you're the blue one. Red talk to the red, yellow talk to the yellow. That didn't really work out. I mean, I tried it with young kids, 4 years old, but, you know, it all comes with experience that you realize where something just isn't going anywhere. All right? And that just comes over time. This is you know, there's quotes inside of this book, and I'm going to pick them out and put them up here. It just, you don't have to be a professor of the language, but you need to inspire confidence overall. That is one of the things that's helped me as a teacher. In the beginning is you just need to gain a student's confidence. After that, the teaching all comes. It all comes as you get more experience dealing with the books, as you get more experience dealing with the different grammar structures. All of that comes in. What we can't teach you is having a good personality, right? You need that good personality. You need to be able to win over the students first, and then let the teaching all roll into place. And it will happen. It will happen with effort and keep trying. All right, so yeah, so here comes the grading of the speech. Again, this just shows you start at the point right here, and it goes from easier to being more difficult. Let's take a look at some things. Alright, so there are ways to help grade your speech. Now, one thing I started thinking about when I was reading this book is that I don't know if it's just so much speech, right? Grading your speech. I think maybe it's grading your actions too, like grading everything that you do, not just the way you talk, right? Because communication, it can be nonverbal and verbal. So maybe making the things that you do a little bit more simpler can also help grade the way you do things. And again, it says to use pictures, gestures, repetition to put across the meaning of what you want to get across today. All right, let's do a little activity, right? We're gonna do some charades. What is charades? Charades. Charades. Anyway. No? So when you act something out in the class, has to guess what it is. I'll start off first, all right? What am I doing?
Reading.
Good, I'm reading, all right? Ali, come here. Now, you can't talk, right? So we got this. I don't know if someone's gonna get this one. No talking, just do it. What is she doing?
Painting?
Good, yes, she's painting. Very good, Margaret. All right, Margaret, come on up here.
No. No, this one.
What is she doing?
Yes, close. Yeah.
Yes, she's colored. Very good. All right, let's get Shirley. Shirley, come on up here. Ready, go.
Eating.
She's eating. Good. Echo, come on up here.
Well,
I think it's difficult.
It is difficult. Go for it, man. No talking. Just do
dancing.
No,
it.
no. Ah,
Playing cards.
no.
It's difficult. Go ahead. Can you try?
Close.
I like this one. I never seen it.
You can like this.
Play.
Yes.
Playing. Good, good. Playing. Very good. Good job, Echo. Judy, come on up here. Come on, come on, come on. Slow and everything, right? Slow coming up here, slow coming up to school. Ready, go!
Yeah, like that.
The heck? Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Dancing? Yes, very good, dancing. Alright, now, this little activity leads me into go into the folder and take out the activity one. I also have this book. Take it out of the folder. This one, activity one. I found another book. It's I forget who it's written by, but it's I think it's produced or something by the British Council. So it's Teaching English Young Learners Activity Book. First, I want you guys to read this. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. There's a back and there's a front. I mean a front and a back. All right? Read this for a few minutes. Is there anything in this activity plan that you don't understand? Anything?
M-I-N-E. What is it?
Mind, that means to do something. So like, you know, this guy up here, mind, means to do the action. Means to do the action. Mind, mind. Anything else? Okay, so what I want us to do, I want us to think about this grading speech, right? So what we do, the kind of activity, we could use this one activity for any level, I think. I think you could use any activity for any level. It just depends on how you grade your actions and what you do. So what I want you guys to do, I want you to, with this activity right here, this group, I want you to make an activity for 6 to 7 year olds. 6 to 7 year olds. And for Margaret and Echo, I want you to think about how to do this for 3 to 4 year olds. Alright? Think of a way to do this, and I want it to last for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. It has to last for 4 minutes. Does everybody understand?
So we teach this word.
Yes, I want you to do this activity. You could teach this word, you could do different words. Again, think about grading your speech. You could teach these words, you could do different words, but I want you to use this activity. I want you to use this activity. You can do different words if you want. Alright? So, you guys have to talk to each other because you're going to be working together. Alright? So it's not just one-on-one thing here. So think of Ali, Judy, and Shirley. You'll be doing 6 to 7 year olds, Margaret and Echo. Echo. E-K-K-O, is that how you get down?
Yes.
There you go. Good. So for 6 to 7 year olds, I mean, what's the beginning?
Teach them the words.
Teach them the words. How are you going to do it?
You do the gesture and show them the word.
Okay, cool. What are the positions of the students? They're going to be sitting down, they're going to be standing up? First sitting down. So what? It's going to be pretty much just like a drill. Drill means to sit. They're all sitting there. What words are we going to use? I mean, are we going to use this or something else?
For example, cry.
Cry. Okay.
Show them the picture and okay, cry.
Okay.
Then let them stand up and do the gesture with me.
Okay, one word at a time. So for example, all the students be sitting there, you go, cry. Everybody, cry. Okay, stand up, cry. Okay, sit down. Next one. Sneeze. Achoo. Right?
Then, for example, let them pick the flashcards or draw the other things. But they have to do the action.
Yeah, exactly. They have to do the action. So what I'm saying is, are you going to have the students standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down, or get them all to stand up at once?
First, sit down, repeat words.
Sit down, repeat the words,
And
drill the
then
words.
stand up, do the gestures with me.
Okay.
And then,
So first, you're going to drill the words, right? Drill. Means get them to repeat after you. Yes? How are we going to do this again? Hit the flashcard? Is that basically it? Hit the flashcard,
or pass the flashcards or whatever.
pass the flashcard.
Jump to the flashcards.
Alright, how long do you think this will take? 1 minute? 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes? How many words do we need? How many words do you have to teach?
So not all these words, maybe 5, 8, 6, or 7.
6 or 7 words? Alright, so we got 6 or 7 words. How many students do we have?
8.
8 students. Okay, so 2 minutes, that sounds about right. 6 or 7 words. Maybe not even. You figure, even if you do 20 seconds for each word, what is that? 20, 40, 60, 20, 40, 60. Well, I'm serious. I mean, like, look, you should start thinking about stuff like this. It's going to help the timing get down. And I say this for a reason. It gets you into good habits. You know, it might seem like this is a waste of time to start thinking like that. But to be honest with you, that's how I start breaking down the activities I'm going to do. Once you get into that, you get the experience, you get into the rhythm of how long an activity is actually going to take. It makes your lesson plan a lot easier to make, to fit in what activities are going to work for what. You know? So for like, the only reason I'm showing you this is because this is how I break it down in my head when I start thinking about an activity. You know, how many minutes do I want to do it? What words? How many words do I have to teach? How many students are going to be there? And then you start thinking about, like I just said, say it's 30 seconds for each word. Cry, I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying. That takes like 20 seconds, you know, 15 seconds. It might sound like it's a waste of time to think like that, but it's really not. It helps you. It makes you a lot better at lesson planning, trust me. All right, so we got to hit the flashcard, pass the flashcard, whatever it is. And that'll take about 2 minutes. What do you do next?
Stand up and do gestures.
Okay, so then they stand up and do the gestures. Do gestures, which, as Margaret pointed out, means to mime, right? M-I-M-E. So now it's the same thing as this pretty much. It's another drill, right? And that'll take maybe another 2 minutes, right? And then your 4 minutes is gone. How did you get the students to interact with each other? You know what I mean? That's already this activity, which should last 4 to 5 minutes tops, if you start getting into the asking questions, because now we're dealing with 6 and 7-year-olds, right? So of course you won't even get into what is he doing, what are you doing, what are we doing? Who knows what kind of questions you want to get into. But now you spent this time just for these two, which is fine, but then the students maybe get bored, right?
First, I do the gesture, and everyone do the gestures together, and then I let them guess. Ask one student to come to the front.
Right.
And do the gesture, and other students are guessing. If you guess right, you can come to
Good.
the front.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So look, I'm not saying what you're doing, what I'm saying that you're having bad ideas. I'm just saying now you think about how much time you're going to allocate, use for each thing, right? And then you get into the, you can get into more difficult things like asking questions. What also is cool about this plan is it says to put them in groups, right? What do you think about that?
They should understand and learn the words and then do this game.
Yes, of course, I agree. That's why, you know, practice in the beginning, right? Practice in the beginning, of course. But then how could you get them to do it in groups? Is it possible to make them do it in 2 separate groups? Because if you think about it, you're only one teacher in the room when you're doing it, right? You don't have a teaching aide. It's only one of you. How would it be possible to do 2 separate groups? Do you think you can do it the first time? I think you could try it. Well, like, look, what I was thinking about is this.
So let these 2 groups do it together.
Exactly.
I only show them one picture, and the first one who can guess right will get the point, and then it goes to another word.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe you get them in like a circle. That would be one big group. Well, that's not even 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. There's 8 right there. You know, teachers in the middle. This way you have your attention is on everybody, right? You're sitting there, even if your back's turned, but you're never standing still, you're moving around. Maybe you have one card and you do the action. And like, he's crying, right? You're crying, whichever grammar structure we're trying to hit. And then you give the card to another person, they come in the middle. this is already giving them the idea of a group, right? Of a group. Then, as soon as you show them what to do, by having one person in the middle, then maybe you could get off to having 4 over here, right? 4 over here. One of them goes in the middle. Because now they already have the habit or the idea of what you want them to do. And this is just like what? Grading it, right? We're grading it. We're starting off simple, very simple, showing them what to do. And then as we move up, our next step is getting them into the 2 groups. So is it possible? Yeah, it's definitely possible. It depends on what kind of personality students have. We all have crazy students. Lucas, right? Things like that. So there's always people who try to throw throw a wrench into what you want to do. But even with them, you can't let them discourage you from trying to do new things. It's about being persistent and consistent and being patient as well. Everybody, you guys see me, I need to learn patience. It's not an easy thing to say or do. But you get it as you're going on, right? So all right. So I want to do this activity. So think about, we have this down right now. Think about how to get it from one group to a 2-group scenario. Okay? I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to do this.
What about us?
Okay. We're going to go with you guys. All right. That's cool.
Or we do by ourselves?
Yes. Well, I'll help you guys too. So what's the beginning? I thought that we could use this, that everybody, I was doing this for everybody. But I see what you're saying. You feel left out. No problem. We'll get to you too. So what are you guys thinking in the beginning? Pretty much the same concept as this? This is fine.
I think the teacher can show the actions and let the kids to guess, and then maybe for 3 or 4 years old they will speak Chinese,
right.
And then teacher says the English, so they will know the Chinese and the English, both of the meaning of the words.
Yes. What is a good thing to remember though is that if they're speaking Chinese, you're replying to them in English.
Yeah.
As much as you can. It's very difficult with young students, right?
Yes.
But if they're saying a Chinese word for crying or whatever, yes, crying, crying. Trying to reinforce the English back into what they're saying. Yeah. But what you said is, what Ali has right here is going into drilling or their group. And that's fine too. And what you have is more of trying to get them to come to the realization themselves of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's great, right? And that is what, it's definitely going to help the way they associate the Chinese word with the English word and actually be able to say it. But again, the reason why we do a lot of drilling like this, we only have 35 minutes of it. So, like I said, it's all about the pace of your class. We definitely want the students to come to the realization themselves of, okay, this means crying, this means smiling, this means sneezing. But sometimes we just don't have the time for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's fine. So what you get into is kind of like a, do the actions. But when you're doing this, you have to be careful that you don't get sucked into doing it too long.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do the actions like, all right, everybody stand up, let's go. Crying, sleeping, walking, running, and have them all getting into it. Get them all up. It's not just you standing here, crying, yeah, because then that takes a little bit too much time. So if you're gonna go this route, right? First, what she's saying is kind of, she has the card, she does the action crying, they hit it, crying. Whichever way it is fine. That's how you want to attack what you want to do, right? But for me, I'm like, get up, everybody stand up, all right. Flying a kite, crying, have them all doing it with you at the same time. And then maybe get them to sit down, and maybe you can go into some kind of drill like this. So okay, so we have do the actions, How many words? What words do you guys want to use? Do you want to use the same as this?
Three or four?
3 or 4? Okay. So we're going to use 3 words.
Love, calling, and smile.
3 words. Actually, you know what? Let's stick with 4, because you guys are doing the young. Usually for the young, they have 4 new vocabulary words, right? So let's do 4. Which words do you want to do?
Laugh and cry.
Okay. Laugh. Cry.
Run and walk.
Run and walk. Okay. So you're going to start off with doing the actions. Again, we figure maybe 20 seconds for each one. 20, 40, 60, you got like a minute and a half, we'll say it right there, right? A minute and a half of doing this, kind of doing the actions. What's going to be the next step? What's going to be the next step?
I think maybe get a student stand in front of them and
Right.
do the mime with me.
Okay?
I mean, to show them how to do, and then let them 2 kids, 1 group to practice.
Right, okay. Now again, as I said before, think about potential problems, right? Now the potential problem with this is that they don't know how to say the words yet. And that's going to make them not speak very confidently, or not speak at all. That's another reason why this is a good idea as well, because when you're drilling, they're repetitiously saying the word. If you're doing something like they're like cry, 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 laugh, 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 they're saying the word over and over again, and they're seeing it so they're able to say it. Now that's the main problem that you get when you run into doing this. But I can show you how to get around that, alright? So the way I would get around it is if I'm doing laugh. Everybody stand up, laugh, ha 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 ha, laugh. I have the flashcard, boom, I put the flashcard right here on the board. Magnet onto the board. Go to the next one. Cry, 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 cry. Boom, magnet it right onto here. Woo. You get what I'm saying? And then you keep going to all these. So now you have the flashcards on the board for students to even look at if you wanted to. And then what you can do when you get them all sit down, like, all right, everybody cry, cry. And then you keep trying to get them doing more of the drilling to get them to speak the words. And then you can get into where you have one student come up and they do the action. And even if, like, especially with the younger students, they come up, you just say, cry, cry. And not to waste time, they'll look at you, just like, you do the action, they'll follow your action, and then the kids can guess. Remember, it's very, very important to remember this grading thing, right? It's very important. And it's not the worst thing in the world if you give the kids the answers. It gives them confidence, you know? So I also, when I first started teaching, I wanted them to come to the understanding of it by themselves. But in the beginning, you gotta kind of like force feed them a little bit. So like I said, if you have one kid up here acting, he's gonna stand here and just gonna be like, I don't know what to do. And then he's like, and then maybe he'll do something like, and then he'll be like, Jerry! And they're like, what? They're like, he's crying, he's crying. And he's like, oh, he's crying. He's like, yeah, very good, Jerry, boom, all right, great job. Go ahead, go sit down. Jerry, come up here. Now this is just the very beginning of it, right? Mm-hmm. And then as you progress through it, maybe that day, maybe the next class, maybe the third class, they start understanding what you want them to do. Then you could just jump right into something like that, where you have some kind of acting, he comes up, and then he'll go, like, what is he doing? He's crying. Now, another problem you're going to run into is trying to get them into 2 different groups, especially with the young kids. Now, you definitely start off with a full group, right? Now that I'm thinking about it, the best thing maybe, and this is how I would probably approach it, is you see me where I do kind of the chant where we walk around a circle, walking, 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 get it out. And he's crying, he's laughing, whatever. And then, all right, everybody stop. And then you get into the group, go into the middle, you would do some kind of action, and then like, he's crying, like, yeah, very good. Walking, walking, go into the middle, do the action, he's laughing, yeah, very good. And then get other students to start coming in as well. You see? And now you have the concept of the one group, and then hopefully, slowly, maybe even the next class or the third class, you get them into 2 different groups. Then that would be awesome if I do that.
Upgrade.
Gradually upgrade. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right. You guys ready? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes? Come on, I want to take a break at 3 o'clock. I'm going to give us a break. So I want you guys to go for a couple minutes, and then he can go for a couple, and him and Margaret, even though they don't have a plan. All right, what do you need? You guys are okay? Let's pretend it's flashcards, okay? Is it possible?
You just give me one flashcard.
Pretend?
So I teach the
I wanted all of you guys to do it. That's why you guys should all... Who did the plan? What is your plan?
I did it first.
Okay.
First,
See, now this is good too. This I do a lot of times. It's good to draw it out. Draw it out, figure out the way you want things to work.
let them sit in a certain way, and then I let them guess.
How about this? They know what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
They know, you know her plan? You know her plan. So then how about who's going to be the teacher and who's going to be the students? Let's do it like that. So you have 3.
Teacher.
You're going to be the teacher, you guys will be the students. Here's this. Go ahead. Get the chairs ready. Students, over here. Whoa, that was fast, Judy. Holy cow. You're moving quick for that one. Alright, get ready. And I want to time you for this. I'm going to give you, what did I say,
So
4 minutes?
I should do the drill and this.
You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. This is all about you right now. They know your plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are all on the same page with the plan?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll tell you when to start. Right about now.
Okay, now everyone look at me, okay? What am I doing?
Cool.
Yes, okay. Crying.
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 Okay, crying.
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 Okay, everyone, crying.
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 Very good. Okay, now let's come to another one. Right. Sleep. Look here. Sleep.
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 Okay. Shirley, jump and say sleep.
Sleep.
Good job.
Sleep.
Very good. Everyone, sleep.
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 Then teach them the word and then come to. Okay, now everyone stand up. Stand up. Okay. Crying.
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 Running.
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 Okay, jump.
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 Cough.
Cup.
Cough.
Cup.
Okay, very good. Now sit down, sit down, sit down. Okay, now let's make a circle. Take your chairs and make a circle. Okay, now this time I will do the gesture and you guess what I'm doing, okay?
You're crying.
Very good, Shirley. Crying. Okay, now it's your turn. Come here. Okay, now everyone look at Shirley. Mix it up. Mix it up. Okay, this one. Good, Judy. Running. Okay, running. Very good. Good job. Shirley, sit down. Okay, Judy, come here. Okay, just,
You're cough. You're coughing.
cough. Okay, good. Very good. Cough. Sit down, sit down. Okay, now this time I will divide you into 2 teams. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, you are a team. And 1, 2, 3, 4, you are a team. Okay, every team pick one person to come to the front. Okay, this one. Okay, okay, Judy and Shirley. Okay, come here. Everyone, look at them. Okay. First one who can guess right, I will give your team 1 point. Okay, now come here. Look at this one. Okay, ready? Go. Michael!
Coughing!
Yay! No. No, one more time. One more time.
Running.
Very good. Okay, Team Judy and Echo, 1 point. Okay, sit down, sit down, sit down. Pick another one. Come here, Michael. Echo, come here. This one.
Sleepy.
Oh, very good, Shirley. Get a point. 1 point for you. Okay, so finish.
Good, good. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. All right, let's talk about this, all right? You're 6 and 7 years old, so you're assuming. First, let's talk about the good stuff. The good, no, there wasn't that much bad, but there was a little bit of things. I like the pace of the class, right? And this is something that you guys have to pay attention to. The way she was talking, she kept it going. It wasn't slow. And she was kind of adjusting the level of her voice up and down, up and down. Not always at just one tone. Now again, like I said before, my problem is probably I stay too high, too much. But, you know, it's better to adjust your voice. It keeps them more interested in what you have to say to them. Also, it saves your throat at the end of the day. I also liked the positioning of the students that you did. You had them standing up, sitting down, making circles. I also liked the way you graded of how to get into the groups. That was a pretty good idea. So, basically, what you did, you started them off like this, then you got them into a group, a big group, and we went at it. But then, this is what I liked, and this is what I didn't think about either, is you got them into 2 groups, but then you had both the groups talking about the same person, right? That's a great idea. That's even going at a slower pace to get. Our overall goal would be to get them into 2 separate groups where they can function by themselves. So you can have one group over here going at it, one group over here going at it. So you can have focus on this group at one time while they're all talking and practicing, and you can move over here. One thing that gets into is student interaction, student-to-student interaction. That's something that's going to help them in the future when they're learning English. That's another goal we have. So this was a great job. So now you have both groups focusing on 2 people, but in the same area at once. So was that your goal? Is that the end goal? Is then finally this one, whoever this is, will come back over here, this one will go back over here, and they can go by themselves? Did you think about that, or no?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Let everyone do this one time. They can get a chance to come to the class.
Yes, but what I'm saying is right now, both these groups are focused onto one place. Was your overall goal to get them to where there's a group here, there's a group here, and then there's one person in the middle, and one person in the middle over here, so they're independently going at it?
I can do this because I should walk around to see how this team is doing what and that other team is doing what. And maybe second class or third class, I will let them do this.
Okay, that's fair enough. And it also goes along with experience. You see how they react to what you're doing. If they're really getting into it, if they can get down with it, go right into this.
Yes.
Go right into this. If it takes longer, if you have some problem students that don't understand, yeah, second or third class. But I think this is a great idea. I haven't even done this yet. I mean, we've all done the miming, you know, where they get up. But I haven't thought about getting them into 2 separate groups and going at it. Whether you think it's too difficult, whatever the reason may be, but this would have the student-to-student interaction that we need in our classes. Okay? So let's think about moving towards that. Echo, we're going to take a break for 10 minutes. And then you and Margaret will get on. Alright?
Okay.
I'm planning this break already. We're going to 3:30, so we'll take a 10-minute break. And then we'll come back for 20 minutes.